Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crimi-Trent. Today we're painting a bluebird. I know it's not spring yet, but why not? And we're only going to be using one brush. This one I have here, the Neptune Princeton number 8. So let's get started. Okay, so first we'll draw out our bird. Going to start with a curved line, like a semicircle. It's going to have another curved line, but it's going to come down. And then the beak is going to be here, with the eye here. And this part, I'm going to pencil, you might want to pencil in this part, the blue part. And there's the wing. Come down in here. And then I have the branch, the legs. You get the idea. Drawing is not the fabulous drawing, but you get the idea of the bird. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, to start with, we got our B, 100% cotton watercolor paper. It's a 6x9 piece. Was it 6x9? I think it's something like that. I've already sketched in the little birdie. I have my paints here. I'm going to be using some of this turquoise, ultramarine blue, some greens, some reds. We're going to browns. And the brush I'm starting with, my water, this paper towel here, is the Princeton Neptune number 8. It's got a nice belly and a great point to it. So, this blue color, kind of like a dead marine blue. I don't know how, that's got some indigo there, so I'm going to have to grab some of that ultramarine, mix it in. I kind of mix it sometimes here and then dab it on the paper towel, as you see here. And then I go in and I'm going to wash in that blue fairly quickly. Put some more water on it because it looks too bright. And it's very wet. It's a wet, wet blue. I'm going around the eye because I want to leave a little white for a little halo. So I'm going in and doing the blue part, and I just realized I painted too much in already. I'm gonna have to take the paper towel and take that blue away that I didn't need to put in there, because the orange will be going in there. Just gonna fill this in real quick. His wing areas. This is a fairly quick tutorial. And a little shiny. That's too dark. There we go. I got my new light bulbs, but I haven't had a chance to stick them in my new lights. So they're coming. Too much going on these days. Okay. I won't bore you with the details. So we're just going to fill in his whole entire wing area that we sketched out in that blue. And we want some different tones in there, but we don't want them to blend and bleed like we usually do. Just going to go over here a little bit. So we want this to dry and have the different tones go on top of it rather than bleed. So I'm going to dry this and come back. And we're back. The power of magical television. So I'm going to build upon this. Still have this wet blue. Pull back out. Blue paint. You want it kind of like a grayish blue, not so bright. Again, I dab it on my paper towel to see if it's too dark or not. We're going to go in and we're going to put some layers down. Could put some layers over here. And then here where the wings are, just some lines indicate the wings. A little deeper down here on the back part. We're just adding some more tones of the blue. Maybe put a little dark back here. Throw a little turquoise. Get it brightened up a little bit. Make it your own bluebird. Again, I'm adding some more blue tones. This, if this bleeds this part, it doesn't bother me. It's a little dark. I'm gonna let that sit for now. Now I'm gonna put some orange and brownish tones here on the belly. Cleaning off my brush. This is a combination of raw umber, which is this color right here I'm putting in. I use the Cotman Princeton watercolor. It's right here. A little squeezed. It's flattened. And put some orange. Again, a Cotman color. That's a little too bright. I'm going to wash it away a little bit. Or I'm going to add some of the raw umber to it. So you want it orange, but not really bright orange. That kind of hue. It's like a brown orange. Muted. It's kind of looking yellow, so I'm going to put some red tones to it. And I'll use a little red. Didn't like that one either. So I'm going to add some burnt umber. Again, just playing, see, dark, don't like that, go in and wash it out. Use the belly of your brush, take it out, see that? And then go and add in that orange. Basically the raw umber mixed with the burnt umber would be a nice tone in here. Can add some Paynes gray to that, make it a little more gray on the bottom here, under the beak here. Again, do not have to do exactly how I'm doing it. Just get the idea. Taking some of the color away and trying to get this orange the way I want it. It's not cooperating. I want it to be like a brown orange. There we go. So what I did is I added the raw umber to the orange, and now I'm getting the color that I was looking for. It seems a little brown, that's okay. Go back in and still swath that color away with a brush, with the mop. For the beak, over here I have my Paynes gray. You can use black. This brush is great. It's small, but it has that great point. So you can get that real detail right in the beak. Leave a teeny little white halo on the top part of it. Same thing with the eye. Let's zoom in on this guy. So, holding my brush kind of like a pencil, just putting a little paint on that tip, going around the outside. This gets a little tricky. You want to go on the inside of that, and then just fill it in except in one little area towards the front. So then it looks like a real eye. If you caught that. I've shown this many times, so it's probably drilled into you by now. If not, well, now you know. All right, the feet, little feet. Actually, before we put the feet in, let's get the little branch in there. We can make the branch brown, gray, whatever color you desire. I'll make it brown with the burnt umber. That. I'll zoom out so you can see. This point is fantastic. New brushes are fun. after I use it for a while, it's going to get destroyed. So I make this branch. You want to get tones mixed in with that. Put some Paynes gray in here to get that black in there. So we're going to have to let this area dry before we put the feet in. So I clean that off. Let's add some flowers. Let's make it fun. After all, it's a bird. It needs something, right? So we'll zoom out. I've got other colors on my little palette here. We got the famous alizarin crimson and some red and some yellow. Let's mix the orange with this crimson. We'll end up with like a blushy color. You really water it down. You tap it on your paper towel and paint just a simple bloom in this corally orange color. Do some more over here. Could be a 4-petal bloom, 5-petal bloom. And why am I doing orange? Well, orange and blue are complementary colors. They're the opposite. So in a composition, it's nice to have them because they tend to complement each other and therefore stand out better as a composition. Now you don't have to put flowers on both ends. I'm just doing it because I feel like it. You just keep it on one side. And you don't have to make them like mine. You can do whatever you want. Gonna add some leaves. I'm using a sap green here. Cotman sap green. Gonna add some of the medium green to it. Brighten it up a little more. Same brush. Make these great petals. Just pushing down and pulling up. Look at that. Same thing over here. Very simple. You can get like real elaborate. You can just put some vines kind of growing here. Play around with it. I'm just having fun with this brush. I like it so much. Go back into that orange. It's very pale, and add some detail. Fairly dry. So the color should be a little more concentrated, less watery. You can dab your paper towel like this to get it off. Go back in and grab the paint, making the crimson with some red, and I'll add some orange. A little more red. We'll zoom in, and we'll get some of that detail. Just using the point. Go back in. If you don't like how concentrated that is, clean up your brush, get some water on it, just push it next to those lines and it will blend it out. But you could still go back in later on and add more. I'm just kind of adding them towards the center, pushing it outward. Really simple. You can go back in and just do some little dot blooms. Just add your detail. I think so. This feels fairly dry. We can go add in his little legs. I'm using the Paynes gray. Go in and add his little legs. Okay, he's a bird. He needs his legs. And then the blue, get a little darker blue in there for more detail on his wings. Up here. And then this belly, it had lost a lot of the detail in the color. I'm going to go back in and add that orangey burnt umber. A little dark. I'll water that down. And on the branch, a little shadow where the bird is. Make that darker. Flower, the center of it, you can make any color you want, yellow, blue. There you go. Really simple. If the leaves seem so boring, go back in and add some darker hooker's green. Get some detailed fine lines on the petals and the leaves. You don't have to do that. Just change it up a little bit. But this was so easy, so quick. Cute little painting. You can keep out the flowers and just put them on a branch, but just, you don't even have to have them on a branch. You could just be floating and have like a wreath around him. So many different things you could do. Well, I hope you liked this tutorial. It's a quick one. Little bluebird. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for stopping by.